Hey guys, Jim Stroud here, the Searchologist, and on this episode, I want to talk a lot about maps. I found this new tool that's really been sort of grabbing my attention a lot. It's called Trends Map, and there it is on the screen, Trends Map, and it's really cool for a lot of different reasons. One reason that I like it is that I can see what people are tweeting about on a map, which is always cool. But when I saw this, I thought about a couple of ways to leverage it. I thought, what if I was going to do business in, I don't know, San Francisco, for example? I could do a search on Trends Map, and I can see what the popular trending topics are on Twitter with the map, which I thought was really, really cool. I can also zoom in or zoom out on a particular country and zoom in. And I started thinking about different scenarios, like, you know, if I was doing business in Dubai, for example, and I wanted to connect with people in Dubai, I can probably do that really quickly and easily if I saw what was popular in that area at the time that I was online. I'll start tweeting about it, maybe extend a little hashtag love here and there, and people in that area are connecting with me over here, and maybe I can upsell them whatever goodness I'm trying to sell at the time. So, Trends Map, love it, use it, checking it out, playing with it a lot. For some reason, I was on this big map kick, as I said earlier, so I went over to Google Maps and started playing around with Google Maps and found some really cool stuff there. And okay, guys, this is a map of Atlanta, Georgia, my beloved hometown. Again, a map of Atlanta, Georgia on Google Maps. And as you first glance at it, you say, okay, Jim, it's a map, big whoop. Well, there's a lot of lead generation goodness here. I want you guys to check out something here on the side that perhaps you may have overlooked. You see here they have different photos that are associated with Atlanta, Georgia, different places and so forth. But what's really important here is this section here is called user created maps. User created maps, also top contributors. Let's look at an example of a user created map. Here someone has created a map on, let's see here, local fish stores around the Atlanta metro area that carry freshwater fish. How cool is that? If you're looking for freshwater fish and someone is doing a search for freshwater fish, they may come across this map of where the freshwater fish are in the Atlanta area. Pretty cool for lead generation purposes. Also, another thing that I want you guys to see is that this is a list of top contributors. Here are the top 4 people who have created maps. User-generated created maps. Yeah, a bunch of people who've made maps about Atlanta. So let's click on, I don't know, this one guy here whose name is Sales. I wonder what he does for a living. So I click here and I see that he has made a map of agencies where you can buy Mi Lamada, long distance service. I'm assuming that's for the Hispanic or Latino market. Okay, just in case I lost you there, because sometimes I think I do tend to ramble at times. The point I wanted to make was that if you generated your own maps on Google Maps, then you can generate passive leads your way. And for that matter, not only maps, but also if you were to leave reviews on different locations on a map as well. In case you're curious as to how to do that and how you can generate leads from Google Maps and maybe other maps as well, make sure to subscribe to the Searchologist, and you'll get information on how to generate leads from a map, as well as lots of other lead generation strategies as well. Okay, cool. Now on to something a little different.
guy.
Hey.
5 years from now, as you reflect back on your recruiting career, what would have been your biggest mistake?
My biggest mistake?
Yes.
5 years from now, my biggest mistake.
What would it have been?
That I didn't hire Jim Stroud.
Good answer.
Second place is the fact that I didn't think of the AT&T Jobs app a year sooner.
Ah, very cool. Very cool. Thank you, sir.
Probably not uncovering opportunities soon enough as it relates to technology and recruiting, and not embracing it like I have now that I didn't do years before. And I'm still not fully at that point yet, but I'm getting there. With the help of Jim Stroud, I'm getting there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Here with the great Sally Searchologist. 5 years from now, as you look back on your career, what would have been your biggest mistake?
As of today?
Yes, but you're looking back 5 years in the future, so you might not have made it yet.
All the way back to like the beginning?
Yeah.
My biggest mistake would be not giving you enough love.
Woohoo!
You heard it here first, people. You heard it here first.
Okay, 5 years from now, as you look back at your entire recruiting career, what would have been your biggest mistake?
My biggest mistake? Not seeing you enough. It's been too long.
Good answer. Good answer.
I'm full of them.
Good answer.
Just feel that love.
My biggest recruiting mistake?
Yeah.
I'm very proud of the last 5 years. I mean, the last 5 years I went through the process of building my own company. I founded in 2002 that I sold earlier this year. The biggest mistake is we didn't put enough processes in place that it's easy to recruit in the good times. You know, when things are going well, it's not rocket science from that perspective. But it's how you react to the difficult times that really make a really good recruiter or a great recruiting organization. And the biggest mistake is we didn't put the processes in place that help smooth things out when things got into more difficult times.
Okay.
Recruiting process and methodologies are critical to success, and the fact that we didn't put enough effort into that was the biggest mistake I've made in recruiting in the last 5 years.
Very cool. Thank you. There's the wave. I'm doing the wave starting now.
That was a tweet up wave.
5 years from now, as you look back on your career in recruiting, what would have been your biggest mistake?
Recruiting.
Good answer. Good answer.
Bye.